Welcome out to another day here at the Student Activity Center. We are here live with CEC TV. This is Hayden Peterson, joined by Mike Cowley.
Hello, everybody.
The game between Point Loma and Cal Baptist. No, just kidding. Point Loma and Dixie. We've got our TV up and working up here. We're good to go here. Both teams are on their back lines, waiting for the starting lineups and national anthem.
I can't hear you.
Fans, again, we welcome you to the Student Activity Center, the campus of Dixie State University for today's NCAA Division II Pac-West Conference Women's Volleyball match featuring the Sea Lions of Point Loma and your Red Storm of Dixie State University. Fans, if you will please now rise and face the flag directly behind the scores table for the playing of today's.
We'll go ahead and step away for a commercial break while they do the national anthem, and we'll be back.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Live from the campus of Dixie State University, the Community Education Channel presents Red Storm Volleyball.
And we're back.
Can you hear me?
Starting at 5'7", senior number 3, Savannah.
Can you hear me?
A 5'4", junior number 5, Kristen Fisher. A 5'11", senior number 6, Heather Levitt. A 6' junior number 10, Dixie Cooper. A 5'10", senior number 12, Bree Vieth.
Bringing you the starting lineups for Point Loma Sea Lions. We've got number 3, Savannah Wiedemeyer. Number 5, Christian Fischer. Number 6, Heather Levitt. Number 10, Dixie Cooper. Number 12, Bree Vieth. Number 13, Bethany Madden. And number 21, Kelly Leclerc. And now for your Red Storm starting lineup tonight. Starting as your outside hitter, or starting middle blocker, will be number 3, Lindsey Jones. Outside hitter, number 4, Taylor Durier. Number 5, Jacqueline Condi. Alex Anderson. Her sister, Brett, number 10. Delane Daniel. Setting will be number 15, Kaylee Fry. And the 5'11" senior, Mackenzie Bird Murphy, number 17, will be your other and final starter. So we are just a couple of minutes away from the first serve and game one getting underway here.
Southern Utah Live. Right? Southern Utah Live. Southern Utah Live.
As both teams take the court, we are just moments away from getting underway here in Dixie.
It's not working.
And the first point goes over as Kaylee Fry missets it. Point two, Point Loma. Delane Daniel takes a swing at it. Blocked up into the air. Now over to number 6. Swung on and killed down by Heather Levitt. As Point Loma jumps out to a quick 2-0 lead here in game one. Serving is 21, Kelly LeClaire. She's put the first 2 balls in play for the Point Loma. Delane Daniel goes down the line and in for the point off the block. 1-2, Point Loma. Let's see the replay here. Delane Daniel goes off the block and out of bounds. Ball up, swung on and put down by number 13, Bethany Mandan. As Point Loma comes in to this match after beating Dixie already earlier this year at home 0-3. They swept them in their first match as Dixie's trying to get and keep their momentum they've had earlier on as Talia Brown goes with the tip and puts it into play. Excellent spot as Taylor Duryea will now check in on the front side.
Hayden, Taylor Duryea is been elected PAC West Freshman of the Week. Her mom played volleyball at Colorado State University, and her dad is actually head coach of Utah State's basketball team right now.
Is it basketball or softball team?
Basketball. Is what I thought I read. I could be wrong, but
it could be. They did get a new coach up there. For some reason, I thought I heard she was the softball. He was the softball head coach up there. But you can see the athleticism runs in the family as Duryea was selected PAC West Conference Freshman of the Week after having a tremendous game on Wednesday night here as they went ahead and beat Cal Baptist to solidify the first place spot in the conference.
They did. They're doing really well, and as long as they can just continue this streak they're on, they're pretty much got the first place locked in for the rest of the season. So
big win tonight if they can pull it out here in the afternoon with Point Loma, as Point Loma is also right now tied for second place with Cal Baptist, trailing or tied for third place behind BYU Hawaii, who is locked in second. Cal Baptist and Point Loma both tied at third at 10-5 on the conference play.
Yeah, the Storm after tonight, they they're going to Hawaii next week to play all 3 Hawaii teams. BYU Hawaii coming up first. And it's definitely a one to mark on your calendar because they have been a kind of a thorn in the Storm side in the past.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough matchup, but picking up two of the wins out there in Hawaii. If you beat BYU Hawaii, you can afford to lose 1 game. But if you do not beat BYU Hawaii, they're going to have the tiebreaker on you. If they win out, they'll take first place in the conference. So that matchup between BYU Hawaii and Dixie will be one to watch and very important for the Storm.
Although we'd like to see them just win out.
Yeah, if they can win out, obviously that's going to put them in a lot better spot and guarantee the fact that they're going to be number 1 and win the Pac-West Conference, which will be an awesome feat. And the team goal that they set early in the year, as I was talking with Coach Felder, said the team goal would be to go ahead and win conference. Last year they took 2nd, and they would love to come out and take it this year.
And last year the only thing that kept them in 2nd place was their loss to BYU Hawaii. If they could have taken that game, they would have been first.
That is correct, because I believe BYU Hawaii won the conference last year with 2 losses. And Dixie came away as that ball appeared to be on the ground, but the referees said play it. Not a lot of people agreeing, as Coach Felder's still arguing it. That one's touched by Duryea, put over. And a tip ball now. And that one is going to be Coach Felder still in shock at the fact that that ball didn't hit the ground there, with 4 line judges, 4 people looking at it, unable to see that ball, as that one bounced right off the ground and came straight up and called up. As we see someone can chase it down here. As you watch this ball right off the ground, said they got it up, but Coach Felder did not agree. As Mackenzie Bird Murphy goes right down the middle with a kill, as the diving libero, number 5, Christian Fisher, makes an attempt, unable to get there. Now serving is your setter, Kaylee Fry.
So I'd like to point out real fast, it's been a really nice turnout for this afternoon's game.
Yeah, as the bleachers across the stadium appear to be filling up where the parents usually sit. Quite a few people, and down below us, they're starting to roll in as well.
There's even quite a few Point Loma fans over there.
As the serve goes long there.
Little section right here in the middle. As we sit here and we wait for the serve. So as we said, Dixie State is first in the conference. Some other interesting stats is they are 2nd in the conference in block shots. So they've got some really good defense up front.
As she tries to go up and get it and bring it back into play, unable to do so is Kelly McClare. And that will go point Dixie as it goes off the antenna, out of bounds. Substitution being made, number 10 in for 17. Number 10 is Dixie Cooper, and 17 will sit out. Is that Andrade? Duryea now to serve. Swung on, blocked straight back down by Delane with the block. Great block there.
Speaking of blocks, great
right
block.
On time. Delane, who kind of struggled on Wednesday, coming out having a warm, good hot start already here to game 1. As tall, it just isn't fair right there. Here's number 13 above everyone, Bethany Madden, at 6'1", but has a lot longer wingspan than a 6'1" frame would. As she gets all the way up on top of that. Substitution now in to serve is number 12, and that is Bree Veith. 10-8 Dixie State here in game 1. Veith sends it over. Anderson up to Fry. Fry goes backside to Brett Anderson. Brett sends it up. Over to Kelly LeClaire. Brett Anderson with a tip. The libero's there. Puts it up. Back row swinging. Fry. Anderson. Out to Anderson. Off the top of the block. Dug up. Setter goes outside. Back to LeClaire. Swung on. Anderson digs. Fry down to Daniel. Daniel goes off the far side. Catches the line with a great kill as an excellent play there. Anderson makes a diving Diving bump there to get it up in the air. Fry goes close side here to Delane Daniel, and Delane puts it away. Back to serve is Mackenzie Bird Murphy.
It was a great assist from Fry there. She's 7th in the conference in assists right now, so she's definitely a valuable player for Dixie State.
And like I've said a couple of times, she's one of the better setters, the court vision she has to be able to use the tips when she uses them, as well as put her teammates in positions where they can get kills. She does a great job of mixing it up and keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah, her and Delaney are an excellent pair. They feed well off of one another. A few games that we've had the opportunity to call, that a lot of Fry to Daniel shots.
There she goes once again to Daniel. And when Delane gets going, Delane stays usually pretty hot out there in that corner. If she gets going early in a game, she can be one of the Dixie State hitters that can really change the outcome of a game. We haven't seen her have one of her better games for a couple weeks now, but today she's off to a great start, as there's an excellent kill there once again by Bethany Mandan. As she subs out, number 10 checks in. That's Dixie Cooper for Bethany Mandan. And Mandan just went ahead and crushed that one right through the middle of Dixie State's defense. Now serving, number 5, Christian Fisher. And it's just long, right over Anderson's head as she ducks under it wisely. Jacqueline Conti will check in. Duryea into serve. Well, Duryea into hit on the front row, pardon me. Now Delane back to serve. Talia goes up. Delaney goes out. Duryea swinging. Just rolls one over. Set outside. Up top to 10. Anderson goes with the one-hand bump. Unable to get it, as Dixie Cooper puts it away for the Point Loma Sea Lions. 13-11 here, game 1. Anderson thought she'd get there with one hand, unable to do so, as the ball just shifts out into the stands. Back to serving.
A rare miss on Alex's part. She's
number 3 with the rocket
top
serve
5
there.
player on this team.
That serve came in hot, as Savannah Wiedemeyer let everything she had all in that 5-7 frame into it. And Talia Brown stood there and took it and passed it straight up in the air, and then Duryea put it away. But that serve was cooking.
It was.
Swung on. And in the net. They called that on Taylor Duryea in the net. I didn't really see much of the net move, but that's her job and not mine. Duryea now swinging. Goes deep corner, way too deep. Looking for a tip, didn't get it. Point Loma, 13, Dixie 14 here in game 1.
Got a really nice, close game for the game 1 here.
As Fry tries to be quick one, unable to do so. Anderson keeps it in play and comes all the way back and gets her hand on the ball. What an excellent hustle there by Anderson, as Fry, unfortunately, unable to send the free ball over, sends it right into the net. But Anderson went from the over by the coaches, came cruising back across all the way to the line, and then had to make a dive move back towards the coaches again to get that ball up in the air. And then Kaylee Fry, just with the unforced error there, unable to put it over, as the game is now deadlocked 14-14 in game 1. Delane goes up. Fry outside Duryea. Duryea puts it. Dug up by Delane. Back to Talia Brown on the back row. Swung on, blocked. No one there for the tip, as Delane Daniel was still recovering from the first time she dove down there. Unable to get back up. As you watch Talia get blocked here, and Delaney Daniel is still unable to get over to where she needs to be to make that play. Dixie State looking for a side out here to stop the run of Point Loma. And there it is. Mackenzie Bird Murphy goes hard off the back corner. Number 3 gets a hand on it, Savannah Wiedemeyer, but unable to bring it back into play. And Dixie State gets the side out they were looking for. Kaylee Fry with the serve. And talk about vision, there it is. Excellent spot as the setter realizes no one's there. Gets the ball to drop right inside the 10-foot line. Number 17, back to serve, is Italy Andrade. The lefty sends it over. Duryea is there. Fry, backside to Brett Anderson. Brett goes deep, played. Might have been out. As no touch there. Kelly LeClaire goes back to the very back and is called out of bounds. Duryea with the serve. Kaylee Fry goes up. Anderson back outside to Brett. Blocked up. Brett puts it back over. Quick hands there by Brett Anderson. As Brett with the block off the ceiling. Libero's there. LeClaire. Anderson. Murphy. Fry decides to put it back corner. Good choice there. Slowed everything down. Dixie State with another block between Bird Murphy and Brett Anderson. Both there. Not sure who got a hand on it, but one of them did.
It looked like that was Mackenzie that got her hands up there on it last, but.
As it's either right hand of Mackenzie Bird Murphy or the left hand of Brett Anderson. Either way, it's a block for Dixie, and it stays on that side for the point. LeClaire with another tip. Fry goes up top. Daniel comes running across the middle, swings to the back left corner. Made a great play there by Wiedemeyer to get a hand on it. Fry outside Daniel. Daniel swinging on it. And that was going to go over to the water cooler of Point Loma and fall for a point for Daniel once again. Off to that hot start and staying hot here.
That's another one of those Fry to Daniel's kills right there. It's really nice when those two are on their game at the same time. It's fun to watch and great for the Storm.
18-16, timeout here in Dixie. First game off to a good start. Both teams having a few runs. Both teams filling each other out a little bit, trying to decide what the point of attack is going to be. As Coach Felder tries to let her girls know where to go with it, as well as the coaches, Jonathan Scott over here for the Sea Lions, trying to decide what attack and approach they want to take here to finish out game one. Once again, Dixie State will be traveling to Hawaii. They've got BYU Hawaii on the 12th, Chaminade on the 13th, and November 14th will finish out their Hawaii road trip with Hawaii ELO. And those games will all be in Hawaii time at 7:30, 7 p.m., and then 4:30. And then Dixie State will close out their season here at home. On November 18th, they play Westminster College. And November 21st, they've got Fresno Pacific at noon here at the campus of Dixie State. That game could come into play of who's going to be the conference champions, depending on how their road trip to Hawaii goes. So we're back here, 18-16. Duryea back to serve. That ball's blocked once again by Mackenzie Bird Murphy.
This is some great blocking up front right there. And just that front line, those three, they just play very, very well together.
Ball up in the air. As Duryea makes a diving attempt at, not able to get there. Kelly LeClaire with another kill. Kelly LeClaire, 5'10", senior out of Yucaipa, California. Having herself a pretty good game here so far in game one. 19-17. Dixie State looking for the side out. Float serve. Mackenzie Bird Murphy goes up. Fry. Backside Anderson. Anderson swung on, hit right at the libero. Libero goes up. Back row. Dug up by Condi. Fry goes quick to Mackenzie Bird Murphy. Blocked. Anderson's there with one hand. Gets it up. Daniel swings. Dug up again. Scramble point here by the Sea Lions as they get it. Condi goes to Fry. Fry goes outside. Daniel swinging. And she finds the court that time once again. Fry to Daniel. Excellent play there as the Sea Lions got caught scrambling, unable to get their offense set. Condi goes with a great pass here to Fry. Fry goes up top, and Daniel puts it away right between the libero and nothing. As Mackenzie Bird Murphy just about gets the ace. The diving libero saves it. Ball was touched. Mackenzie Bird Murphy did have to make a play on it. It was touched up top. She thought she made an error in going for it, but it was touched on the block. Excellent
Watching
choice there.
Fry and Daniel up front, it's really easy to see why Fry is so high in assists in the entire conference.
Ooh, unfortunate ball there off the speaker for the Sea Lions as the dig was made. It was put up in the air, but unfortunately that speaker got a hold of it as Lindsey Jones goes ahead and put that one away. straight up into the air, and then defenseless Kelly LeClaire can only watch the ball come right back at her. Ball blocked straight down once again by Jones and Kaylee Fry. I believe Jones got her hands on that one. Not positive.
Yeah, when Jones is getting up that high, you're not getting anything past her. She was clearly feet above everyone else that time. It was an amazing block.
Another timeout here. 22-18. Dixie takes the lead into the timeout once again. Still trying to decide out what's going to work, what's not going to work here is Jonathan Scott. Going to be adjusting his game plan, as he mentioned he would do, according to how Dixie came out and played. Once again, Dixie State did lose in 3 straight to Point Loma when they played them at home early in the season. Obviously now the team is a little bit different, a little more experienced playing together, as they did kind of have a rough patch getting going, losing 7 of their first 10 games before rallying off all the wins in a row and 1 loss now since September 23rd. So I mean they started out with 7 losses in their first 10 games, and they've lost 1 since then. So they're off to a pretty decent roll here in the second half of the season, as I think all the jitters got out. They lost their first 2 conference games and then didn't go on to lose another conference game until October 7th against Chaminade. When they had that, when they won up 2-0 while we were here announcing, and then lost the last 3.
Chaminade pulled off an amazing comeback that game. It was fun to watch. Unfortunately, Dixie didn't get the win, but
swung on, put right between Condi and Talia Brown, as Fry tried to go outside to Daniel that time, but Daniel was unable to get that left hand on it and put it anywhere productive. But number 13 here for Point Loma, that is Bethany Mandan once again with another great kill. Now serving is Bethany. Condi up to Fry. Fry goes backside to Jones. Jones comes all the way around and gets it quick and puts it straight down on a sharp angle there. Excellent shot as Dixie State 23-19 here in game 1, trying to close this one out. As you see the replay of Jones come flying around here and finish this one. And Delane Daniel back to serve, sends it over, and it's out. Once again, Delane misses the serve, 23-20. Dixie State trying to close it out here. Another rocket serve by Wiedemeyer. Duryea goes off the block and down. 16-10, able to get a hand on it. Unable, unfortunately for them, unable to get someone back there to pass it up. Game point here. Alex Anderson back to serve. Game 1. It's over. Up. Swung on. Delane. Fry. Back row to Talia. Talia takes a swing at it. Dug up again. Outside going. Pushed over. Fry to Duryea. Duryea takes a swing on it. It's blocked out of bounds. That'll be a game point. Dixie. They take game 1. 25-20. As we switch sides for game 2. Dixie State takes one. A 1-0 lead here. Game 1 goes 25, like I said, 25-20 over Point Loma for Dixie State. We'll step aside here for 30 seconds and rejoin you.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
All right, Mike, we're back here. Game 2, dancing a little bit and getting the crowd involved with some music. If you're Point Loma's coach, what do you think? You only lost by 5. What are you trying to change there to get your girls' confidence back up and try to get game 2?
I'm just telling them, that don't let it get in your head. It's just game 1. They were in it for the most part. So I'm just trying to keep up their spirits. Unfortunate that the speaker got the 1 point for him. This gym does like to help out both sides. I'm sure it'll even it out here in a minute. It happens, but and just tighten up on a little defense. Don't and keep your eye on Taylor. Whenever Fry sets it, just watch where Taylor's going, or not Taylor, but Delaney, because that seems to be the winning combination tonight. So I definitely try to double up on Delaney.
Yeah, I didn't see anything out of the normal for Dixie. Nothing overly impressive. I believe everything they did was kind of just the game plan they always come in with. Mix it up, keep the hitters guessing. If one hitter did have a dominant performance there in game 1, it would have to go to Delane Daniel, as she obviously she probably leading the team right now in kills with maybe around 4 or 5 after game 1. But also you got to watch out for Jones and Mackenzie Bird Murphy through the middle. Both players very active. And Delane Daniel, like I said, 5 kills. So
yeah, she got 5 kills and 6 points and 4 digs on that first game. So she's looking to get some good stats at the end of this one. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary for Dixie tonight. Just average, really good defense, great up front blocking. So hopefully they can keep it up and put this one away.
And as for Dixie, if I'm Coach Felder, I tell him, we won that game and we didn't look great. Like, we've looked better throughout the season and we got a game, so let's go ahead and try to take number 2, play our style, try to keep it more along the lines of what we need to do rather than what Point Loma is going to try to force us to do. So Talia Brown's back to serve here to get game 2 underway.
Always love to see Talia serve. She's always got that face on her, just pure professionalism, just ready to win. It's kind of a fan favorite here, but she's just very serious when she serves.
And she serves a wild knuckleball that really is like anything but easy to get back. Jones goes up. Fry goes outside to Daniel. Once again, starting off right where they left off, but Daniel this time wide on the deep end of the court there. Unable to get on top of that ball and roll the wrist over top.
But you could see there, like, if she wouldn't have missed, it was a wide open spot in the back. Like, they're still just really don't have an answer for it. If she could have just got a little bit more on top of that, that would have been a definite point for Dixie.
I think with Lindsey Jones making that pass to the middle, they were expecting to go quick as the serve. Bad toss, bad overall average there on that serve. Just didn't come out quite like she wanted it to. As Condi will check out, Duryea checks in. Now Daniel back to serve. But like you said, Daniel was wide open on that hit. The block didn't get there in time, and the corner she was going for was there, just unable to connect. A great tip there by the setter, number 3, Wiedemeyer. And be ready for this serve because she's going to really let one go. 2-1, Point Loma now.
Unfortunate, Dixie wasn't ready for the pass over the net there. They thought they were waiting for the set, and she just said, yeah, nice hole there for me.
Wiedemeyer going to go ahead and give another jump serve, and she usually smacks it pretty well here.
Attention fans, please no flash photography. For the safety of the athletes, please turn off the flashes on your camera. Thank you.
Wiedemeyer, that's just an unreal serve. One of the best serves I've seen this year. Ball's tipped up. Daniel goes one hand. Duryea, a free ball. Fry's going to have to just put it over. Put up. Wiedemeyer, back row, lefty, push it down. Number 16, Kayleen Hardy with the kill. Once again, very rarely do you see left-handed hitters coming from that or from the other side, but where she's at right there, that's just like being a right-handed hitter on your dominant side. So
yeah, that's
for her, that was a huge advantage if she comes right across there. As Duryea gets the ball into the block quick enough that it comes down on Point Loma's side to get Dixie State a 2-3 score here as they're trying to even this one up as Alex Anderson back to serve for the Storm.
So Alex was elected Cosita Academic All-District 8 team this week. She's an amazing player. She leads the team in digs, and she's actually second all-time Dixie State in digs. So that's, I mean, she's an amazing defensewoman.
Brains and athletic. A great 1-2 punch there for the libero. Usually your libero is one of your smartest players. That's going to be in the net there. Yep.
And I believe that she's holding down a 3.9 GPA from what I believe I read. So definitely brains and definitely athletic.
I think the last time I had a 3.9 was probably the second grade. Those darn spelling tests, in the second grade, cat, dog. A couple tough words there and knocked my GPA down right away, but
that's unfortunate to hear.
But Alex Anderson, once again, your libero usually has to be one of your smarter players. Has to be able to read the arms and the swings of all the players on the opposite team to be able to get herself in position to make those plays. As Mackenzie Bird Murphy's blocked, as Fry goes up, and the high tip, I wouldn't even say great tip there by Mackenzie Bird Murphy, but it works.
It worked. It did work for her. She got the point. Gets credited for point. And back to Alex Anderson. She's actually third in the conference in digs as well. So she's racking up the positive stats. She helps lead the Storm to hopefully a conference championship this year. That'd be nice to see.
As Delane Daniel backs up Anderson there, as Anderson thought she was going to be tall enough. She jumped up, wasn't, but Delane was there. 4 players down for Dixie. The 2 standing are the ones that are able to get it over. And back set now. And that was hit off the block, out of bounds. Number 12 with the kill, Bree Veith. Veith, a 5'10 senior from Gilbert, Arizona, went to Highlands School before this. As you see her kill here. As she goes right off the block of Duryea and out of bounds. Back to serve now, number 17, lefty. Delane's there. Fry up top, Duryea in the middle. Off the top of the head of the block there. Set up outside 21. Swung on. Delane's there once again. Fry back to Brett Anderson. Brett takes a swing at it. Dug up 6. Tipped over. And they're going to call it down. Another excellent tip there by Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer seeing the court and seeing that middle open up on Dixie State's defense. As you watch this tip, and once again, first thing she sees is just that wide open gap. As she realized she probably wasn't going to be able to get a great set for it to any of her teammates, so she decides to go quick and go over as Point Loma takes the 6-5 lead here as Andre with the left-handed serve. Duryea off the block and down with the kill. Great set, great hit there. Duryea also another one of those combos that Fry likes to live with on that outside between Daniel and Duryea. You'll see a lot on that outside.
They're excellent hitters. Taylor, a redshirt freshman, so she's got a couple more years here. And like we said, she's Pac West freshman of the week.
And she did have a great night. She had an ace, actually, to end the game on Wednesday night. It caught all of us off guard. We were expecting a big point, or at least a rally. And next thing we know, the ball's landing as Taylor Duryea gets the ace to end that match, and the building just erupted.
That was great. I wish I could have been here to see that. Unfortunately, I had to work that night, so they're fun to watch, man. It's been really fun this year to come in and watch these girls play and watch them get better as the season's gone on.
Yeah, only positives for me, like from day one that I started here, helping them out, and just watching everything they've done has just gotten better. And we go back to Daniel once again with the tip. A wise play there, off the shoulder, off the ball. That's up. Brett Anderson. And that was Brett Anderson and Alex Anderson, but I called Brett by her first name, Anderson by her last name, and then I believe Daniel went ahead and put that one away for him.
That was a nice
hit. There's Brett, and there's Alex Anderson, and Daniel goes right up over top of Alex and finds that spot right in front of the libero once again.
I'm not sure. Do you know if Alex and Brett are related, or any relation there? Or?
Sisters.
Sisters,
yep.
Okay.
And once again, Wiedemeyer just finding that gap in the middle of the defense. She's gotten 3 tips here at about the last 9 to 10 points for Point Loma. As they are 8, she's got 2 in this game and 1 from back in the last game. But she is beating Dixie's defense single-handedly there. As Brett Anderson with the kill off the block and into the net. She'll check out now, and Talia coming to serve. Here comes the straight-face killer and the knuckleball serve from Talia. She watched Anderson get up here on this replay and put one down into the bottom of the net for the Storm. There's that straight face, and there's the knuckleball. Over the top, Delaney's going to go get it. And she does. Fry able to touch it. Talia now. Back row to Condi. Condi puts one over. Dug up. Set outside. Number 6, Anderson with a great dig. Fry. Daniel going to try to put it away off the top of the block. Dug up by number 12. That's Bree Veith. Now back outside, number 6. Levitt puts it over. Free ball set over. Condi. Fry goes for a tip. Levitt puts it up. Fry. Back to Jones. Dug up. Wiedemeyer there. Anderson able to get a piece of it. I don't know what she caught it with, whether it was a shoulder or arm. Looks like she took quite a shot there from, I think it was it number 13? It was Bethany Madden as she takes a shot. Anderson with a great dig there. It's the first time from the shot from Heather Levitt, the left-handed shot across the middle. And then Mandan goes ahead and pounds one right into Alex's shoulder. Jones looking to pay somebody back. Kaylee Fry looking to pay him back, not able to do so. Levitt blocked away, and that ball is up. What a great replay. We'll have to take a look at that. As Delaney finally puts it away. But Point Loma makes a tremendous play on getting that ball back up, as Dixie couldn't believe they got that ball up. They almost started celebrating a little bit too early, as we let our replay crew work on that and see if they can't get a shot of that ball coming all the way back up from basically on the ground, as two players went back and forth, ping-ponged it real quick, and able to send it on the way back over.
Yeah, I was with the Dixie side. I thought point was over, and amazing recovery for Dixie to stay in that one after a little bit of early celebration.
Fry's gonna have to go get this one. Oh, she's unable to do it. Once again, a ton of scramble there as we watch this replay right here. Blocked up, 6 is there, then 10, and 6 Levitt drops all the way back down to her knees and gets it over. But then you see Daniel come over here and just crush that at the very end of that highlight to get the point. Wiedmeyer with the rocket serve. And that time it catches the net. First serve she's missed tonight, but once again, she's one of the best jump serves I've seen all year.
It's kind of it's rare. You don't see a lot of jump serves, so when someone does utilize it, it's fun to watch, right? As we've got, Alex back to serve now.
And Wiedmeyer doesn't just kind of toss it up in the air about 2 or 3 feet. She chucks it up there about 15, 16 feet. And as it's coming down, she goes after it. Off the foot, that's up. That ball's up off of Anderson's foot. And no, it's not up.
So apparently it's a point for Point Loma, I believe.
Yeah, Point Loma. The back flag guy called it up, and I believe it went off Anderson's foot. Really tough to see there as it goes that fast.
I'm not sure if that hit her foot or the ground or.
Talia goes up with it. Anderson's
That's why he
there,
gets the flag.
outside to Duryea. Duryea takes a shot, diving up there by the libero. Duryea goes outside Duryea once again. The libero's there again. Wiedmeyer up top, rolls across the net, and it's going to drop for Bree Veith as the change in momentum after the ball goes off Anderson's foot. And now Veith right here with this replay kill off the top of the net, and it rolls in as Talia Brown late on the attempt. Back to serve is Levitt. Anderson, Fry, Mackenzie Bird Murphy up top. Anderson digs it up. Fry, Duryea. Duryea puts it down right in front of Levitt, unable to get there. Great swing by Duryea, great pass there, great set. Anderson with a tremendous dig. Fry with the set, and Duryea puts it away. Great court view there. Kaylee Fry sends it back to the deep corner. Wiedmeyer's there, goes backside. Ball's touched. Daniel once again with a fist on it, unable to get it up as Dixie Cooper will get a kill there for the Sea Lions.
So as it stands right now, Hayden, Fry has 20 assists, and we're only maybe halfway through our second game. So she definitely racks up the assists every game.
Yeah, being the only setter that Dixie uses, she's involved in basically every play. So anytime they get a kill, she's going to have the assist more times than not, as Wiedmeyer once again tearing Dixie's middle defense up with that tip.
I know that if I'm Coach Felder, who's calling the timeout right now, I'm telling them, you guys need to watch for that. It's happened, what is that, the 4th or 5th time that the exact same thing has happened. And, so she takes this time out here, maybe point out to them because, they're wrapped up in the game, not quite seeing what she can see from the sideline, and saying, hey, you guys are still in this. Just watch for that neat little trick there.
Yeah, trying to decide where she wants to go with it is the problem, whether or not someone from the back row is going to get that or one of her blockers is going to have to drop back. She just has to make the communication for her players and let them know what she's going to have them do so they know. 14-12 here, game 2. As Dixie State was able to take the first game. If you're just joining us, they took the first game 25-20. Delane Daniel led the team in kills in the first game with 5. Once again, Dixie State not doing anything especially good or especially bad today. just kind of hanging in this game too. The first game they looked solid. Wasn't any complaints for negativity or positive, anything super great. Did just what they had to do to pull out the win. And now here in game 2 once again, trying to find that offensive ignition here to get going and someone ignite them with a little bit of energy.
Yeah, if I was to look for a word to define Dixie State's play right now, I would just say it's just good, solid volleyball. You said nothing spectacular, but nothing out of style or no real negatives, but no like amazing positives either. Just playing some good, sound volleyball.
They definitely know they're more capable of more than what they're doing right now. But at the same time, they're doing enough to stay close here as Point Loma has built a 3-point lead halfway through game 2. As Duryea goes right down the line with a great kill. As she'll step back to serve now. It's a great spot as she goes line. Sees both the blocks coming from the middle. No one on the line. She goes right down, takes advantage, and gets the kill.
It was a great shot. Way to change direction right as she went up there and went down the sideline.
Brett Anderson blocked there by number 13 and swung on now. Dug up by Condi. Outside to Brett. Anderson to Anderson. And she's in the net. 21 in the net. As Anderson gets a swinging kill there with 21 being in the net. And now back to serve once again is Taylor Duryea.
That was Kelly LeClaire that was in the net there from Yucapa, California. Thought Coach Scott was getting ready to call a timeout there, I guess. Just hollering out some plays and sitting back down.
Yes, the Sea Lions doing exactly what they need to so far. As I jinx them and they kind of throw a service error out here. But back to serve now is Mackenzie Bird Murphy, your St. George local. Serves on its way. Dug up, put over. There's the tip, covered this time. Jones going to set it up. Anderson blocked. Anderson once again pushes deep one. One up. As LeClaire swings on it and finds a gap as Dixie's defense once again trying to figure out where to be on that play, unable to find it. I just see Kelly LeClaire there with all sorts of space to kill. Fry goes quick to Jones. Jones up top and dug up there by LeClaire. Outside to Levitt. Levitt swung on and it's in. Catches the line right in front of the line judge. Anderson thought it was out and it did not go out.
That one almost took off Alex's head on its way by.
Tried to get out of the way of it. Thought she was closer to the line. She wasn't. Condi. Fry outside to Daniel. Daniel with the tip. Great tip. And it's up and over. Daniel, there it is. Dug up by LeClaire. Set outside to Levitt. Levitt with the tip. Up by Fry. Jones out to Daniel. Daniel goes deep corner. No one's there. LeClaire digs it up. Back to, a great kill from Mandan. Once again, that wingspan she has is a lot more than her height, it appears, from up here. As Bethany Mandan, 6'1", with a terrifying wingspan as Dixie State will take a timeout here. Watch Mandan come around this corner real quick. Nothing really, just jumps high. Doesn't even really jump, kind of just hangs there and then lets that right arm do the work.
Yeah, that was from looking at it, I'm not saying she's lazy, but it just kind of was like the look is just kind of a lazy play. It was amazing that she can do that. I think that's probably the 4th or 5th time I've seen it. I could have swore a ball was just about on the ground, and Point Loma has gotten it right off the floor. There's amazing ability there to never give up on a play.
Yeah, flatten that hand, get it on the court, and let the ball bounce off your hand and the floor at the same time. It's going to be called up every time. They call it pancaking. Really not much you can do. Once you learn that and they keep doing it, this leaves you in a lot of scramble points. And Point Loma definitely winning the scramble points here in game 2 as they have a 4-point lead, 6 points away from tying this match at 1 game apiece. Coach Felder saying it has to be now. Got to have a side out now.
Point Loma definitely enjoying their lead right now. They seem very relaxed.
A lot more energy coming out of that timeout was Point Loma. See if Dixie State can get this side out they're looking for. Fry goes up. Daniel going to swing, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds. Blocked out there to our statistician, Steve Johnson, who, with a great pass, really, for Dixie. If we need him, we could sign him up, put him in there. He dug that one up like nothing off the block. Now back to serve, the straight-face killer, Talia Brown with the knuckle. Blocked straight down there by Jones, and Kaylee Fry, I believe, was up there.
I love watching Talia serve. She hits it the same way every time, but it goes, sometimes it comes across fast, and sometimes it seems like it's barely moving, as we didn't quite catch that one. But
the other night she hit one that I swear you could read the logo on the ball the whole way across. It didn't even rotate more than once. As Dixie State able to bring it to a 1-point game here, 18-19 now.
That's definitely one of Dixie State's positives is they tend to rally really well after a timeout. Felder's very inspirational with whatever she has to say, because very rarely do you see him to call a timeout, and then when they come across, do they lose the point. So great coaching on Felder's part.
Yeah, once again, Dixie State doing exactly what they needed to out of that timeout, able to come across, get the 18-19 deficit, try to tie it up here as Talia Brown will come back in. And when she serves that, really, it just depends on how the grooves, kind of like if you throw a fastball or a curveball with a baseball or softball, however the laces catch the wind as they roll is what basically it decides where the ball's going to drop or rise. Same thing with this knuckleball. When she hits it across, there's all those different rivets in a volleyball. There's the seams. However those catch the air as they go across will kind of determine where that ball's going to go. As you watch Talia, she'll hit this ball and it'll just kind of float. Sometimes it'll dive at the end, sometimes it'll stay up, and it's a really tough ball to pass just because you think it's going to come one spot, and the next thing you never know, it goes up or down on you, and you're just trying to get it in the air. Yeah, it's Heather Levitt. Whoa, way out. Swung
way
on.
too hard there.
Yep.
There was no question where that one was going.
Well, my first remark was, whoa, I knew it was going to be a little bit long as she kind of got under that one and kind of air melted to the back right corner. There's that
no rotation
again, knuckleball. I hope Dixie State can score again so we can get another shot at this knuckleball serve, because it has been absolutely tremendous as we do get another chance right here. If you're watching at home, watch the fact that this ball will rarely even move.
Yeah, that last shot was a great one. It just floats across there. It's like you call it. Because if she was a baseball player, she'd definitely be a knuckleball pitcher.
And she lives and dies with it.
We got another Tim Wakefield back there. However, this is volleyball, but it's interesting to know that in volleyball, it's not just throwing the ball up and hitting it. It's not just a serve. There's a lot that goes into that. Thinking about how you're going to hit it, soft or hard, the rotation, the grooves. There's a science to it, really.
If it were me, I would definitely live and die with the knuckleball, just because there's so little room for error. With the huge toss, like Wiedemeyer for Point Loma's doing, you could throw that ball up and it could come down anywhere. You never know. But with Talia, she kind of leaves it right there, just a slight toss, and just the flick of the wrist here to send it over. Compared to, as you see her set it up right here, just a little 2-foot toss compared to the Wiedemeyer serve. When we watch the Wiedemeyer serve again, watch how much higher Wiedemeyer will toss her serve compared to what Talia is doing there with that little 2-foot toss. Oh, Fry's got a chance now. Goes outside to Daniel. Got her right where she wants her, and it's off the block and out of bounds.
Oh, this gym just exploded with that one. Dixie State was down 5 points. Felder calls a timeout, and now we're up by 1. So
2. 21-19.
2. That's right.
Levitt trying to end this streak and unable to do so. It's out of bounds. As Talia Brown right here rallying off about 7 straight for the Storm. 15-19 was when she started, and now she's sitting right here with a 3-point lead and 3 points away from taking game 2 and the momentum. Once again, ball barely rotates 1 full rotation. And this time, Talia Brown making a great save there by the play on Wiedemeyer's ball. Talia's going to have a chance. Dives at it, not able to get there in time. But the Storm able to rally off 7 straight there, counting the side out. And now a chance here for the Storm to get a side out and serve their way to victory. 22-20, game 2. Sea Lions looking to stay in this one. as they had a 4-point lead, 19-15, until Coach Felder took a timeout and told their girls, we got to make a run right here. Ball's up in the air. Anderson, Fry, outside Daniel. Daniel gets way up, and it's going to be down. Daniel just absolutely smashing the ball today. Completely different story than Wednesday. Wednesday she was struggling. Today there is no sign of struggle whatsoever from Delane Daniel.
LeClaire just was not ready for that shot to come off her teammate there. Just come at her too fast and nothing she could do.
And Daniel, unfortunately, still hitting the ball hard. That one goes a little long. Back to serve is Wiedmeyer. Now watch how high she tosses this ball compared to what Talia was tossing, just barely. Which just makes for that much more room for error. And now Dixie State at game point will have yet again another chance to close out game 2. And it's Alex Anderson once again back to do the honors for the Storm. Talia. Fry goes quick to Mackenzie Murphy, and she gets it. Game 2 in the books for Dixie State. As it is 25-21 on game 2. And we'll step aside here for the 5-minute game 2 and game 3 break. We'll actually come back in about 1 minute. And we have a guest with us here, a former Dixie State volleyball player. And we'll be back in about a minute to ask her a few questions and to ask her about her experience playing with Dixie. Thank you. We'll be back.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
The Community Education Channel, serving Washington County for 20 years, covering DSU athletics, local high school events, city councils, the Economic Summit, Chamber of Commerce meetings, community events like Washington City Veterans Day celebration, and much more. Visit cectvutah.com for broadcast schedule and more information.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
All right, welcome back, folks. I'm here with Kimmy Clegg. Some of you may remember her as Kimmy Clark, played for Dixie State back in, when was your first year?
Oh, I don't even remember. My last year was 2012.
Last year was 2012.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were Coach Felder's first group to say, basically. She coached you guys with her first year. How was that?
It was great. I mean, I'm from here in St. George, and so I knew Robin beforehand through the club scene and all that. I'd never had her as a coach, but I really respect her. She has such a great knowledge of the game, so it was a change with a new coach, but it was a great coach that stepped in, so that made it easier.
Okay, Kimmy, any of the players playing now, have you played with any of them?
Yeah, so I played with Alex Anderson, and then also Mackenzie Bird. She wasn't married yet, but I played with both of them, and they're awesome players. I love them so much.
Did you and Mackenzie both go to the same high school, or
No.
rival high schools? Or
Rival high schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that coming in and playing with a rival as a teammate?
She was young enough behind me that we never played in high school against each
Okay.
other. So.
Fair enough. And have you had a chance to get out and watch? Have you seen any changes in Coach Felder's coaching strategy from year 1 to year 4 now?
I feel like she's a lot more calm.
Okay.
A lot more calm. I remember some clipboards being thrown my senior year. So a lot more calm. There's a lot of trust in her players. But I see a big difference in the players themselves, just her conditioning of them and training.
So the way they carry themselves, you see a little more confidence in the way that now than the players that you've had the chance to play with.
Oh, yeah. And they're, like, the team camaraderie, you can totally tell it's just awesome this year. They just seem really close.
And do you think that's the girls, or do you think Coach Felder has a lot to do with that as well?
I think she has a lot to do with that. I know she is really careful about who she recruits and wants to bring people in that are going to be successful on and off the court. So she brings people in that she knows are going to buy into the system and get along really well.
Like we said earlier, Alex Anderson, actually one of the ones you played with, is one of those examples of bringing in someone that's going to be an example on and off the court, as she is keeping a 3.9 average.
Yeah.
Was selected to the academic all-state team for the conference for Region 8 or whatever the conference is in. So
I saw something about all district too.
There you go.
So I know she's super smart and doing great that way.
I mean, if you can be an athlete and have the grades to continue being successful, just getting your name out there and more recognition as well.
For sure.
Because what is there really after college volleyball? Is there a chance to go play anywhere else and get paid to do it? Or?
Yeah, there's a lot of chances overseas.
Okay.
As far as pay-wise, like, I don't know, unless you're coming from like a big D1 school and have a big agent, I don't know
if it's going to be huge or not.
Yeah, so.
Well, perfect. Kimmy, we appreciate you coming on, sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Kimmy Clegg. We really appreciate her coming and having a chat with us and kind of explaining where she's seen Dixie State volleyball come and go. As she said, Coach Robin Felder was her coach her very first year. When Robin came in was one of the years that Kimmy played, and really only a lot of positive things to say about it, the way the players are conditioned. And I've noticed that as well, as Dixie State has gone 5 games quite a few times, and the conditioning really stays the same. The ability to jump up and get in the air and stay in the air is really paying off for them. So thank you, Kimmy, for your time. We appreciate you coming in as Point Loma starts out game 3 with a service error, and Dixie State will take a quick 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was really great of Kimmy to come in and give us that little interview and insight into her experience here. It's take time out of her busy schedule. She's actually a new mother of 2, so for her to find time to get down here was amazing.
And we appreciate her doing that for us and give us a little more insight of what it was like to be a player for Coach Robin Felder. Once again, Daniel comes out with another rocket as she stays red hot here for the Storm. Having a tremendous day. As I've got some stats in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at them for a minute. But Delane Daniel, that'll be her 12th kill now. She had 11 in the first 2 games. Add one more there for 12. And we'll keep track of her throughout the rest of the match. Talia Brown is there for the dive that time, and Condio sent it over. Wiedemeyer almost got away with the tip, but it was not able to do so as Talia got there. Eventually the point does go to the Sea Lions, however. But Talia Brown taking away that tip to kind of keep Wiedemeyer honest, to make her think maybe I won't be there quite as often as I want it to be. But other than Daniel, the kills have been spread out between Mackenzie Bird-Murphy at 6 and Taylor Durier with 7 for the Storm. As Anderson tries to one-hand it over, unable to get it all the way over as Point Loma ties it up, but that was another scramble ball there for Dixie. As you look across this line, though, for Point Loma, very balanced attack. Not one player doing a lot of the heavy lifting or a lot of the heavy hitting for the Storm, but they actually have 5 players with at least 4 kills. Their leading killer is Heather Levitt, as a point goes to Dixie State there.
That was an amazing. Delaney just rolls up over the net and just straight down. Like, there was no defense for that. It was awesome. It's the only thing I can say. Really, just straight down.
Up 2 hands and go straight down with it. But the leading kill for Point Loma Sea Lions is Heather Levitt. She has 7. As you see a couple more here coming now, as Kelly LeClaire has 6, Mandan has 6, Wiedemeyer has 5 kills as well from the tips. I'm going to go ahead and say Wiedemeyer's are probably all tips, as I don't remember her going up and swinging away, but Wiedemeyer with 5 kills. Those are those 5 tips that we were talking about that was catching Dixie off hand, but Coach Felder's made a couple changes. It's working out as Duryea gets another kill to add to her total, moving her up to 8. As Delaney's at now probably 13 and Taylor's at 8. I mean, you're looking at probably close to 30 kills already, and I'm pretty sure almost half of those will be assisted by, if not more, Kaylee Fry. So 31 kills in the first 2 games to the Sea Lions, and surprisingly enough, only 30 to Dixie State. But it's all the unforced errors, I believe, that are making the difference.
You know, one thing to say off of how you were stating that it's pretty a balanced attack from Point Loma. That's really difficult for Dixie State, because then there's not one player they can key in on. It's like, you know, that's the hot player we need to watch, because there's really just, they're all helping out. Fortunate enough, Dixie State's been on their defense and hasn't been getting too out of position.
Daniel with another kill there. Daniel
and they say that one was off the floor.
Yep. Daniel now has 13 kills and Duryea with her 9. I'll try to keep track of those here in game 3 and 4 if it goes that far. Back to serve now, though, for the Sea Lions at 5-4, trailing by 1 is number 13, Bethany Madden. That ball put straight down by number 6, Heather Levitt, on the overpass there from Talia Brown. Five all, game 3. Mackenzie Bird Murphy off the hands back there on back row of Mandan. Thought she was going to be able to pass it. Tried to pull back at the last second, unable to do so. You see Mackenzie Bird Murphy with another kill, giving her a total of 7 now. And once again, there's Levitt with the kill.
That's some really great positioning on Point Loma's part, just right down the net.
And once again, Wiedemeyer, after I talked her serve up so much in the first game, has come out with about 3 service errors since game 2 and 3. As the coach is over there trying to discuss how to prolong this game and make it go past game 3.
Coach Scott didn't look too pleased sitting over there on the sideline just now.
Duryea sends it over. Tip, up. Fry, way to get there, Fry. And Brett Anderson, the hustle there from Fry pays off as Duryea able to assist Brett as Brett puts it away off the block. Fry able to get there with the pancake up, and Anderson able to put it away. Duryea with the serve. And Anderson up there with the solo block, unable to get it back in the air as it didn't come off the net for Condian, and Duryea out. Boom shakalaka. As Mackenzie Bird Murphy goes ahead and sends one straight into the ground.
It's fun to watch Bird, as she's affectionately known around here on campus. Mackenzie is actually DSU Athlete of the Week this week, so she's got a great hitting percentage. She's 6th in hitting in the conference, Hayden. And that's why.
Mackenzie does get a lot of those quick ones, a lot of the ones that the defense isn't ready for, so that's going to improve your percentage every time. And when you go ahead and get up and put it straight down like that, there's not a lot of people that are going to be able to pass it as it is. So her percentage is going to live to stay that high for quite a while. Condi goes straight up in the air. Fry. Far side, Daniel. Got it once again. Daniel has been red hot today. Can't say enough about the way she's been playing. If the game only goes 3, there's no doubt in my mind that Daniel will be the player of the game.
It's hard not to, because she's got, 13 kills?
I've got her for 14 now, but they have her for 13. I gave her the one over the top of the net when she went down with 2 hands.
Oh, yeah.
That was a kill for me. I'm giving it to her.
Yeah, she's definitely – you'd have to give her the MVP of the game right now. Another interesting thing about Mackenzie is, is a fan favorite, fun here. She knows a lot of people around campus. She's from St. George, so it's fun to watch someone whose hometown is here in St. George get out there and get noticed and just play well constantly. And who knows, maybe in a few years from now she'll be here giving an interview with whoever's sitting in our seat in a few years. So
that's true.
Keep the cycle going.
Coach Jonathan Scott still trying to figure out what exactly he needs to tell his girls to get their morale up, boost the confidence, and try to get them a Game 3 win here, as Dixie State looking to do the exact same thing they did, that Point Loma did to us at home, and take them 3 straight and finish the job quick.
And the one thing is Dixie is hard to beat in this gym. So I guess if I was Coach Scott, I'd try to tell them, aside from this game, they've been in every one, and they're not out of this one. So I would just, you guys have been in it, just tighten up and stay focused.
Yeah, once again, Dixie State only has lost 1 game at home all year. So of their 8 losses on the year, 7 of them are on the road. And the 1 game they did lose here was against Chaminade when we had the first 2 games and then gave up 3 straight. So, like you said, Dixie State a very tough team to beat here at home.
That's an amazing record. One loss at home,
And what's even more amazing is the second half of their season. I'm going to go ahead and count those up while you go ahead and call these points. I'll get back to you with the amazing second half that they've had.
And that's I missed who that was off, so we'll skip that one for now. As we look at the replay, number 12 for Point Loma with a nice shot from Bree Veith. Nice cross-court shot. As Fry sets it up, and Delaney tries to kill it, but just misses. Just off of Alex's hand. Point Loma going on. Got 2 points off the timeout, so Coach Scott maybe had a couple words of inspiration for his team, get him back in this game. Like I said, if I was Scott, I would have just told him, you guys are in it, just tighten up. Lindsay goes up for the kill and just shoots one right into the block.
So in the first 10 games, Dixie State goes 3-7. And in those losses, they were shut out 5 times. They didn't get a single game off of it those first 5 games.
So they did not start well.
Early season, you were wondering, Coach Felder had to be thinking, what's going to happen? Are we going to be able to turn this around? What is going on right now? But if you look at the last 13 games, Dixie State is 12-1. The 1 game they lost, once again, to Chaminade in 5. And other than that, they had 2 shutouts at Holy Names and Dominion, 3-0, 3-0. They went 5 with Azusa Pacific and Concordia, both at home. And then they went 4 with Cal Baptist, the number 2 team in the conference right now, just on Wednesday here.
Yeah, Dixie State is on an 8-game win streak right now. So, after that loss against Chaminade, I'm sure they had Coach Felder had some nice words to say, and they fixed whatever was wrong. And like I was saying earlier, it's been really fun to sit here and watch them grow over the season and get better, because there was some question about what was going to happen at the beginning of the season. So
they're definitely a different team now than they were coming in September, no doubt. They've grown a lot. The chemistry for the team has just become tremendous. As Jones goes over the top of her setter there, Kaylee Fry, to get in the way. Jones once again with the block. Jones up there, touches it. Condi has to send it over, and it's going to be out of bounds. As Coach Felder going to take a timeout right here, kind of try to calm down Dixie a little bit, as they've given up about 5 straight now, I believe.
And I think maybe Coach Scott heard me up here and told his team, hey, you guys have been in every game, because they came out of that timeout and did exactly that. Just got themselves right back in this one.
Once again, we'll see if Coach Felder can have a successful timeout here, see what she has to say for her team, and try to get them back in this game. We'll step aside for 30 seconds for a commercial break and rejoin you.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt, And where seeing is believing, there is a place.
All right.
And we're back. See if Dixie State can't get this side out they desperately need here in game 3. Talia. Fry goes far side. Daniels there off the block, and that's out of bounds, and they get it. Who else would you go to? With the way Daniels been playing, you can't really go anywhere else. Another kill for her. That'll give her up to 15, I believe. The scorebook still says 14 because they're not giving her that one that was this.
I believe we just had a substitution that Taylor came in for.
Duryea came for Condi.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
Condi
you.
came off the back row.
I knew, and then I looked away and forgot. Happens. When you get older, your memory starts to go.
Oh, mine's already on its way. And a service error, unfortunately, there.
That was really good eyes there. That was right there on the line. Good judgment call.
Lands right there on the University on the court. And Anderson back to serve. Duryea gets kind of stuck awfully close to the net there. Once again tries to go deep, and that one's touched. Duryea with the kill. 15 all here.
You know, Alex being one of the shorter players on the team, her jump serve there is she has to jump just to serve it where some of the other girls would not, but it's effective. Alex has been really fun to watch this year too.
And there's a great kill by Heather Levitt. Yeah, like you said, Alex Anderson is a senior this year. This will be her last year with the Storm. But she has been playing excellent all year long at that libero position. One of the toughest positions because, I mean, usually if you're playing sports, you want to be the person making all the highlights, the person doing all the killing, everything. But Anderson's actually the one that gets everybody else set up for those as she sits back and reads all of the other hitters, the opposing team's best hitters, and tries to get in the way of those hits, which sometimes you saw earlier in game 2 when she took the one off the shoulder can be dangerous at times.
You know, I just had a thought looking, said Alex is a senior. She's definitely one of our better players, and you get a little discouraged when you hear about the best player being a senior, but looking down Dixie State's roster, they're really balanced with seniors and freshmen. They got a lot of freshmen that are playing right now, so it's really exciting to know that some of our best players right now are going to be here for 3 to 4 more years. So
yeah, there's a good chance Duryea will have a look at being freshman of the year, I imagine, with the freshman of the conference at least.
Yes, definitely, because I thought she had gotten this award twice this year, but I guess I was wrong because I couldn't find anything about it earlier. But I know Dixie State has had 2 or 3 of our players have been freshmen of the week in conference. So,
and whether we have a lot more freshmen than everyone else, I'm not sure. But obviously, I don't follow the other team's freshmen as much as the ones that we get to see every week.
Like right now, we have I believe it's six freshmen playing. A lot of juniors, so it's good to see the balance there that we've got. This team is a team that's going to be around for the next couple of years, like I said. And hopefully, all they do is get better. Nice save from Fry right there.
And 19-17 lead here for Point Loma Sea Lions. Sea Lions, what a great mascot, really. Think about it, just a giant creature, just kind of chilling there.
It's tough. Sea Lions are tough, I think.
Another, once again, Wiedemeyer with that rocket serve. And Coach Felder looking around like she's going to call a timeout, and she will. With all the debate on Dixie State trying to change up their logo with their mascot, I mean, I'm personally a fan of the Raptor just because of the cool shirts. I mean, the Raptors are just something to be put on a T-shirt. I mean,
I was having this conversation with my wife earlier this week, and we were kind of having a good laugh at the list of options that there are right now, and I won't even go over the list. There's some that I don't even understand why they're an option, but if the vote came today, I'd vote for the Raptors. I'd side with you on that one, Hayden. One, it goes with the area.
The prehistoric time, kind of.
Prehistoric time. Got some dinosaur bones been found here. But yeah, it's unfortunate that Dixie State is still searching for that identity. And
once you go to a Raptor, though, you're really just kind of putting everything else up for failure afterwards because, I mean, what can beat a Raptor besides extinction? Obviously nothing.
You know, and Raptors are scary. So my vote goes for Dixie State Raptors.
You would by far have the coolest logos in the conference, guaranteed.
I mean, you can just picture them a D with a nice 3 shreds across it, you know.
I mean, you just look at, like, out of the state, we have the Carbon Dinos up in Price, Utah. One of the greatest logos of all time is the Dino. Like, if you put a Raptor, like, we're Dixie State Raptors. That's much meaner than a Storm. Any day.
It is. I heard that there was going to be one option was, I can't remember the logo, but it had a Z in it to try to go with the, you know, there's been a common theme in Utah for a while that some teams, they use Z, the Buzz, the Blitz, the Bees, the Jazz. But my vote's for the Raptors. Is Dixie State serves that ball and gets us back into play. And point Dixie.
Once again, Coach Felder's timeout's working just the way she wanted them to. Duryea with the shot. Daniel. Anderson with the diving attempt, not able to get it up as Heather Levitt having herself an afternoon here in Dixie with another great kill. Condi in for Duryea. Levitt serves it over. Daniels there. Fry. Backside. Bird Murphy. Tipped up. Siedmeyer. And that one's out of bounds as it goes outside of the antenna. 21-19. No, 21-20, pardon me. 21-20. Point Loma with the lead here in Game 3 as Dixie State trying to close this one out. Fry goes back to Daniel. Daniel gets up top. And 20 is in the net. Point Dixie as they tied up 21 all. Game 3. If Dixie State wins, that will be the match. As Coach Scott wants to talk it over. Jonathan Scott now trying to use the technique to freeze the server, as we so call it, or ice them. Make them think about it a little more than they want to. And Coach Scott going to try to get his girls fired up and try to push for this game.
Yeah, we're right back in this one. And Dixie can put this away in 3 and get ready for their, you know, they get to go to Hawaii for a week. I mean, how fun is that? You get to come to school, get a great education, you get to play volleyball, and you get to go to Hawaii for a week. You know, if I was a recruiter for Dixie State, that would be definitely one of my selling points right there. That great weather most of the time. It's been a little chilly this week, but you get to go to Hawaii for a week.
Yeah, and imagine if you were recruiting for a team from Hawaii. Oh, it'll be tough. You'll have to come live on the island of Hawaii and go to school at the same time, which would be tough for me because I would never leave the beach. So I would probably fail every single class, and that'd be the end of that.
Yeah, I'm sure if I lived in Hawaii, I'm not sure I'd make it to class on time very often, but.
Or to class, period. Kaylee Fry sends a deep corner. Heather's there. Up top. Goes over to LeClaire. Condi's there. Brett Anderson back to the middle. Great play as Jones will send it over free.
Fry and Anderson almost ended up at the scorer's table right there.
Kaylee Fry digs it up. Jones, bump. Anderson swinging. And once again, another player in the net, as that is number 22, Marissa Hageman. Dixie State 22-21, itching closer here. Back corner, Bird Murphy with the one hand, Fries up, off the roof. Anderson sends it over. Condi, Fry, Daniel, rolls it off top of the net and out.
Point Loma. So there it was, the gym got itself involved, tried to even out the score, you know. Dixie was ready for it, but that It's got to be a little distracting. Something comes off that ceiling, just shoots it straight back down when you're not
Anderson
ready
made
for
a
that.
great play to even get that ball back over, and it was almost right over the net, a line drive.
Oh. Amazing tip there. Just right over the top of the defenders. And
23-22. As Lindsey Jones, you see that replay, excellent use of the tip. As Dixie State's only 2 points away from closing this one out, and the atmosphere just is nowhere near where it was on Wednesday night, as Wednesday night was a little bit more of a match, as Dixie State's just played tremendous, really solid volleyball, like we said, all day long, as they're 1 point away from closing out this match. But on Wednesday, they really had to show up playing Cal Baptist, the team second place in the conference at the time. I mean, they had no choice but to show up and play. And the atmosphere was about double the amount of fans, double the amount of noise. And every point, you were just on the edge of your seat wondering if it was going to be the last one they play. As Point Loma tries to extend this to one more point here, 23-24. If Dixie State can get the side out, that'll be the game. If not, we'll go to game 4.
it's interesting to note the respect that Coach Felder has for Talia's serve. She subbed Talia in right there so she could serve that with their little knuckleball trying to put it away.
Oh, Daniel tries to close out the match the way she started it with a spike as Point Loma ties it up 24-24. So Point Loma trying to make a rally here. Dixie State looking for a side out.
This gym is just going off right now, chanting Dixie State.
The ball's up. Connie's there as Jones has to go after it one-handed. Connie's there again, but that ball is in. Called in by the line judge there. I wasn't able to see it. We'll see if our floor cam gets a shot of the ball landing in or out. And it's right on the line.
Looks right on the line.
So Point Loma now with game point. Or no, is it just 24-24 now? Sorry. And Daniels. It is game point to Point Loma here. And she misses wide. LeClaire swinging for everything, unable to get it. And we got a substitution, Duryea, in on this side. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dixie come over here and go towards Duryea if they get a chance on this next ball. So the serve's over and it's in. Daniel puts it in. Set up top to Mandan. Mandan blocked down, and it's going to be game point Dixie. As Anderson gets tackled by Daniel in the celebration, but she catches her and keeps her up. And now Daniel back to try to close out the match for Dixie State. Game point, game set, and match point for that matter. And Daniel puts it over. It's in.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
and
nice
Point Loma going to keep it alive.
She was about in the stands right there.
Jones
that one.
finishes it off with the kill right down through the middle as Point Loma caught off guard, and Dixie State goes quick and able to finish it off to stay number one atop the conference and give themselves a little more breathing room, dropping Point Loma to 10-6, which will leave Cal Baptist in third place alone and drop Concordia and Point Loma into a tie for fourth place.
So that's it for a little while from here at home. You know, like you said, Dixie's going on. They're going to Hawaii, so we'll be here in the not as nice weather. Probably going to get cold.
Yeah, the
we'll be back
three-game road trip.
November 18th against Westminster College.
Westminster College not in the conference, just a game to keep them kind of in sync of playing, rather than taking a week off. And then the last game of the conference will be November 21st at Fresno Pacific, as we have a prayer going on. I'll just kind of let them play it out for a minute as we are closing up here. Once again, both teams come to the middle, say their prayer. Very nice thing for Dixie to allow Point Loma to come in and do with them as well. As Dixie State will now walk off the court with a 13-3 Pac-West Conference record, which leads the conference. Once again, like we said, they're in first place. And they will not be back home until November 18th to play Westminster. So we wish them best of luck on the road, where they go to BYU Hawaii first, November 12th, then Chaminade on the 13th, and Hawaii Elo on the 14th. For CECTV, this is Hayden Peterson and Mike Kelly. Appreciate your time and have a good afternoon.
Appreciate you all listening, and once again, we won't see you for a week. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and we're out.